Today, I wanted to speak about overthinking and how this simply irrelevant to photography act, habit, pattern, you name it, can actually affect photography.
Best time of the week. I just finished the roll, and this roll. Okay, I have also one more strap that I got. So beautiful. I changed it because I thought the other one was too busy with what I'm wearing, so I didn't feel right carrying it. The roll I bought this time was the first roll I got from your support through Ko-fi, and I actually used it, and it felt really good. And thank you so much for that. I got an Ilford HP4. I'm gonna go to the lab now, drop the film, and I see you later.
Overthinking as a term might be self explanatory. The way I position overthinking is actually becoming self centered in the sense that all attention turns inward toward the endless stories in our heads. Most of these overthinking stories are not true. They just seem so as we overanalyze them and spend too much time with them. So we end up believing that they're true. This process makes us live in our heads, alienating us from our emotions. We humans are not our thoughts. We are not our beliefs, but a body that feels emotions. We need to open up space for them to be felt and to move through us. Emotions do not last forever. They only seem permanent when we are afraid to experience them fully. I noticed that when I allow to one emotion to be felt, it passes after a while and gives its turn to another one naturally. This way, we create space to experience life and ourselves differently. I really believe that overthinking is a mechanism that really hinders that ability to feel, to perceive reality as is, and an obstacle to unselfing. Unselfing is a moral philosophical term by Iris Murdoch. Mainly is a concept where the ego-driven, self-obsessed mind pulls back, allowing a person to see reality clearly, not clouded by personal fears, anxieties, and fantasies. For example, observing nature is something that opens us outward instead of remaining trapped within ourselves. I'm looking out of my window in an anxious and resentful state of mind, oblivious to my surroundings, brooding perhaps on some damage done to my prestige. Then suddenly I observe a hovering kestrel. In a moment, everything is altered. The brooding self with its hurt vanity has disappeared. There is nothing now but kestrel, and when I return to thinking of the other matter, it seems less important. How beautifully this part connects with photography. When you're a photographer, you're trained to see the world and capture it through a camera. These moments when you place your attention outwards instead of inwards, that's also the moment of unselfing in a way. Realizing the real world and being present. I'm sure every one of you has felt it in some extent, right? That when you go out to shoot with a relaxed mindset, no overthinking, and just observe your surroundings and capture. How amazing does that feel? Almost meditating sometimes. Don't you agree? All I want to say is how beautiful things seem and how we create admiration for the simple, for the actual world through a camera. The camera is such a unique tool that is like an extension of our body. It follows you, it follows your mood, it changes when you change, it adapts to your body position, how you frame things, how you hold it, and under which mood you're photographing. Here I want to quote Tim Carpenter in his book To Photograph is to Learn How to Die. Everything I said about the limitations and possibilities of the camera and how closely those match the limitations and possibilities of self should lead us naturally to the conclusion that working with this particular machine is a weirdly and effective way to turn chaotic experience into meaningful response. In other words, to learn to just get along in the world. In the end, photography can become a quiet resistance against overthinking. It invites us to step outside ourselves, to pay attention, to feel, and to witness the world as it is. Perhaps that is why photographing can feel so healing sometimes. For a moment, the noise of the mind softens, and what remains is simply presence: the light, the subject, the feeling, and ourselves within that fleeting moment of reality.